Hey guys, how we doing? Hey, welcome. Who's here? I don't know why it said the timer countdown didn't start. But anyway, welcome in, guys. Yeah, new concept of stream for me today. We have. I realise I've got some like text sat in the middle of nowhere there. Yes, so we are looking at a website called Ungraded. We are checking out what's what when it comes to. Let me just check. Are we all up to date? You guys can see me okay? Yeah, wicked. Who's here, by the way? There is. If you're here in the chat, say hi, guys. Chat is super quiet, actually. Who's actually here? Is the chat working, or is it generally? Is it just that quiet? Hold on, let me get it up on my phone as well. Let me have a look. Yeah, it generally is. If you're watching, guys, just sound off. Say hello. Hey, Tony Brooks, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. So, yeah, tonight should be fun, actually. So, Ungraded, I'd obviously done some stuff, made some content recently, and Ungraded then reached out to me and said, look, we're about to go into our full, launch. So, what the cards that you're seeing that are going up for auctions are the cards that are currently ending, and they're going to be ending, I think stuff starts ending from about 9 o'clock. Are actually customer pick cards that people have sent in, so you can actually start sending your cards in at the moment, and I believe there's 0 seller fees right now as well. So if you've got cards yourself, like anything here. Hey Lee, how are we? How's the arm feeling? Oh, Tony, how's it feeling? It's good. Look, it's actually good. There's me, Pickle Rick, and then obviously the hands looking good. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. How are we, Tony? So, yeah, if you guys want to follow along as well with this stuff, you need to head to a website called ungraded.com, okay? And we can see, I believe there's some Yu-Gi-Oh! Ending tonight. There's actually someone streaming as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff's ending. We are going to head and obviously focus on Pokemon tonight. As you can see, here we are, Mattculli. There's me, my stream, and then there's the other one, casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Yeah, we're just going to be watching to see what happens, really, as items end tonight. So, there's a couple of different things going on tonight, actually. Sick to Pickle Rick is a win. Yeah, let's go. You notice. Oh, man, you can't see him. There are some videos going to be dropping where I reveal them all properly as they're getting done. So, there's the Poncho Pikachu. I had 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe the handle count as 1. 4 tattoos done by Inky Blinders. It was awesome. Did someone say cheer? Alana! Let's go, girl! How you doing, Alana? You good? Thank you for joining. Yeah, something a little bit different tonight. Yeah, we're going to be obviously just keeping on. I'm just trying to get the right proportions to see what you guys think. I feel like something like that. I want to make sure we really show the screen today. But yeah, we're just going to be monitoring. Look at the auctions that we've got coming. Alana, Pikachu. I believe there is some Pikachu's ending. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things first, really, around what Ungraded is. I think that might be one of the first things that we do. For those of you watching, forgot about that finger. Yeah, my cards are on here. Let's go, Lee. Oh, that's awesome. I was really hoping we would have some people in the stream tonight. 1, whose cards were actually being sold, and 2, people who are trying to win the cards as well. I'd really love to know if anyone here watching ends up winning. Everyone's best behave. I think I'm the only mod. You are at the moment, Alana. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, Alana. I don't think it's going to be too crazy. We've got no giveaways tonight, so it's not going to be too crazy. I barely have enough money to sustain my current collection, so sadly I can't bid. That's all right, Jesse. No worries. It's just interesting to see what we all make of it. So, okay, Ungraded is it's kind of UK's answer to PWCC. Yeah, you know what that is. So it's an auction house. They have sort of premium weekly auctions. But the thing about Ungraded is their focus is raw cards. There aren't graded cards being sold on here. And what that means is this site has opportunities to buy cards that you can grade yourself. So there's an opportunity on this website to make money from the cards that you buy. Someone bought there was a first edition Shallows Charizard that sold on here, and it sold for about 4,500. No, 4.2. 4.2. It got graded at back at 8, which is putting it around 10k in value. So whoever bought that card, they are going to do well. Because one of the benefits to buying on this website is there are some cards that you can just make an offer to buy. But a lot of what the focus is going to be is around the bidding. And the benefits of this card is, let's take this card for example, if we click on it, okay? When you click on the card, can you see how you can move it around? Let's actually go into this card, okay? So this is this card up for sale, this Espion. And one of the benefits is they photo these cards in like a box, right? With multiple lights from angles. And you don't get the glare, but it looks as if you're holding it. So look, as you move it around, let me check. There's a setting as well, but I assume, let's go for quality. So if we go on the highest quality setting, you can see every detail. So I can see there's a crease here. You've got wear on these edges. You can also zoom in to have a closer look, so we can see, look, there's like dirt here. To be fair, this card, even just having a clean would have really helped this card being the same thing. However, there is that crease, which we can see. Look at the way you can zoom, right, and then move the card. You can see the ink dots in the card. Like, this is gotta be one of the best ways to buy high-end raw cards. The Rockets Moltres is the high. I have 9 cards. The Moltres First Edition base holder is my highest so far. Let's go. Very interested in this as a seller because I've got. Yes, yeah. This is a very, very. Honestly, Alana. Oh, I went backwards off that card, but I want to go back into that. Yes, definitely, Alana. Give it a go. Give it a go for sure. You can also put the centering tool on it, and it gives you an idea of how well the centering is. It's touch off this way by the looks of it. The top to bottom isn't bad too. So it's not far off 50-50 centering. You're bidding on some. Let's go, Kelvin. Awesome. But look at the back of this card, okay? Folded corner. Worn edges. So this is what they've got this down as moderately played, okay? What would you guys class this condition down as? You guys can see this card. What would you class this as? I think the thing about this card, right? See how worn it is, but I don't know if it's just me, but there's like no hollow scratch. Is that a scratch? Oh, there might be a mark there. Bid on the Dark Gyarados in £10.50 so far. Mines are all mint, no creases. Yes. All right. Well, what we're going to do as well, we're going to do some. I can't remember if we said we were at Mattculli. We knocked this down in condition because it's quite. Oh, it is faded as well. You are right. I maybe actually would have put this as maybe moving to actually heavy play. This might have been my thoughts on this card, because this is gonna, again, if you grade this card, you're gonna get something like a 3, I think, on this card, you know, with the crease, with everything. So moderate to heavy play, currently at £35 though, which seems pretty high. That seems pretty good. And there you go, there's some scratching. Look at that. See, you put that card on eBay, you're not seeing that scratching. You're not seeing stuff like that, are you? This is one of the main benefits as a buyer being on here as well. Let's have a look. What else we got? So we got this Pikachu ending. This was from, and that is obviously very clean. I just love the shine on this card. You can flip the card around like that as well. Let's just double check these settings. Yep, we're on quality. That's cool. We are on quality. Okay, that is very cool. That's nice. I want to kind of focus on a lot of these. So what we're going to do, by the way, when this ends, that's your Pika. Oh, nicely. When this ends, guys, we're actually going to check some of the sold values of these cards and compare them to like some of the market prices as well on these, okay? I wonder if we check, like, what should we compare it to, guys, price-wise? I'm interested in, look, let's have a look here though. We've got the Rumble cards, which are sick. Near mint to better on these. The Dragonite, moderately played on the Dragonite there at 15. Still a very cool card. We'll take a closer look in a minute. Oh, the Rumble Mewtwo, guys. Come on, look at these cards ending. Got some rocket stuff. And some really nice stuff ending today. Oh, the Japanese Mew in there as well. There's the Moltres. What was everyone saying? Packed and put straight into origin. Nice. That's a promo card, isn't it? It came in the front of that. Like, I can't remember the name of the item it was. It was like a green and orange or something colour, wasn't it? But yes, we've got some. Look at these auctions, guys. All coming to an end very soon. 15 minutes we've got on these. Rumble at 12. I bought a card off here the other day. I bought Snorlax. I've got it over there. I still need to send it for grading. We will find your Haunter. We will keep going. So I'm really liking the Rumble stuff. The Mew in Japanese is a £48. Okay. Gyarados, Rumble. There's a few pages of cards ending, guys. Charizard, Umbreon here. Where's Emma? Where's Emma? The Dark Gyarados. Let's take a look at this then, shall we? So you don't actually even need to go into the card fully to zoom in, which is another way. So you can stay quite in the moment as cards are ending. You don't need to go all the way in. This is looking pretty good. This is looking good. Let's have a look. Centering is pretty good. You know, centering on older cards seems to be better than it is on modern cards. I don't know about you. Hey Matt, what grading companies would you recommend to use in the UK? So, are you looking? Look, if you're looking for a UK-based grading company, Ace Grading is the best grading company in the UK, hands down, no question. For me, they are the best, right? If you're looking purely to add value though, and the most value on a card, you grade with PSA. Like, that's what the market wants. That's what the market holds to the highest standard when it comes to values. Are they the best company? No. PSA are not the best grading company. Their slab's not very good. Their pricing is, the fact they charge you more. If they grade you higher, they charge you more money and stuff like that. You know, if it's a really high-end card, you go, oh, send it for £12. You might end up paying £200 on top to grade it by the time it gets returned to you. You know, and stuff like that. But for true added value, they are the best. For that, for adding value. Ace do add value, but nowhere near as much. It could be, so it depends on the card, but like, they do stuff where it's like, if a card is, with PSA, they'll do stuff where, if the card is up to $200 in value, once it's graded, that is, it's £12. If it's over that, it's like 15. You know, like, if the card you're grading is like £500 plus, I think it's like 20 odd pounds to £30 or something to grade the card. I don't know. I don't send cards to PSA anymore myself. I don't bother. So, Ace is from £10. You can use code Mattculli and you can actually get 5% off as well. Here's that first edition Haunter. Near mint or better. Let's go. I love, don't you? I love the way the lighting shows on these cards as well. Like, it's so clever. It's really as if you're going like this and looking at the card. Mate, that is really clean. Let's have a look at the back. My internet being slow. Load internet. It's my internet, I think, there. Oh. Do you know what? That is pretty damn good. I could see this going for quite a bit more. Wow, okay. Whose was the Haunter? Is that yours, Lee? You buy it. I will not be bidding on anything tonight for the first auction because I don't want to be seen to be trying to up any prices as I'm streaming it live, and I'm actually doing this with Ungraded as well, so I got to stay pretty level on this. Like, don't get me wrong, I will buy stuff on this in the future, but I think just for the first one I want to let other people buy stuff for that reason, you know, like, just I don't want to be seen as from like, oh, I'm gonna just up it, you know. Not that I make any money. If that card sells for more, I get no money for what these cards sell for. I want to make that very clear. I have no skin in the game when it comes to that. But just to make it extra sure, I'm not going to try and buy stuff just because it's going cheap. But there definitely does look like there's going to be some items going cheap here, guys. We've got 9 minutes left on that Charizard. These Rumble cards are really cool. Ooh. Oh, okay. Since when can you do that? Why is it? Oh, that's cool. You can zoom in and out. Nice. Oh, as well. 92 that is on as well. The Rumble, Zapdos. The Moltres as well here. Look at the conditions on these cards. These are crazy. The Mew. Let's get through some of these pages and actually have a better look at some of the cards we've got up for sale. Okay, so we're moving into some slightly cheaper items here. We've got some more of these Charizards. A special delivery Charizard. What's the centering like on this one? I don't believe that it's saying 50, 50, 50, 50. I don't believe that is saying that it's 50, 50. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that's what it's saying. It's I think you kind of have to work it out from yourself. Oh, look, yeah. Ah, I get it. I get it. Look, here we go. If you move it around. Okay. Oh, sheesh. Okay, this is cool. And that is the centering on it. That is very clever. There we go, guys. They are the centering numbers there, I think. Ah, this top one. Slight bow on that card, actually, there was. That is actually very good on the center. You know, if that centering is that good. Oh, is that some slight scratching down the hollow? Is that what that is? Because I'm only saying this in a 10 is really hard to get. Could that be a 10? I think the centering. That is cool, man. Okay. That's still 60-40 centering. That's still within there. That is still within 60-40 centering, even on the back. That could be a very... That could get a 10. Those corners, they look nice and round. That looks really nice, actually. That perspective for Charizard. We've got some nice darkness. This camera... Okay, this is a really nice card. This is a promo... from the post office one. There's a Pikachu variation as well. That's got some we've got some pre-release cards on here. No bids on some of the pre-release cards. It's only got a tenner on that card as well. Wow, okay, that's looking pretty low. The Kabutops. There is some nice cards ending for sure in a minute. Oh my god, is that Pop? That's in English. That's a Pop Series holo, I believe. So that's pretty nice. The Vaporeon. Meiji Chocolate promo. Near mint or better as well. Stuff. Hey, there's the Pikachu. See, look, £100. What was the other one at tenner? Pretty certain the other one's still like 40, 50 quid. I can tell you that Starmie is worth a lot more. Gyarados is worth a lot more in that as well. That's heavy play. Okay, yeah. Master Ball Gengar. Now it is starting, so people have done starting price in this class. That is starting at £100. Question is, if you buy that and you get a PSA 10, Pikachu in there as well. That's my Starmie. All the pre-release are staff cards as well. Oh shit, they are all staff cards. You're right, staff. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, there's a Charizard. There's a base Charizard. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so I believe these are premium auctions we're looking into. Are they premium? Yeah, I think these might be premier auctions. So basically, let's have a look. Oh, no, there's only 4. Okay, so there's some of the auctions for next Sunday already. So there's auctions for next week already on here. You also have stuff called Premier, which lasts longer. So look at this card here, the Gold Star in a near mint or better. It ends in 6 days, but it's currently new Gold Star. It's at £720 already. The Pikachu in there at 100. The Rumble Pikachu is at 100 as well. Done as a Premier auction. Okay, so we want to stick to the weekly auction 1. So I'm just going to hit that filter. Charizard is for week 2. Okay, yeah, cool. So, we got 3 minutes left on some of these cards. Let's refresh as well. Just make sure all the bids are correct. Okay, Charizard is currently on £12 for the gold Charizard. Do you know what? I'm going to do on another screen. I'm going to do some quick price analysis as it goes down. Okay, guys. So, let's go. eBay. We've got... Hey, Jenny. The one ending today got pushed because of football. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Because of football. Sorry, yes. Yes, very true, very true. All got pushed. Charizard. We don't talk about the football tonight, though. Charizard EX. 228, isn't it? 228. Okay. So, quality on this card. The centering is off, I think, if we look at this card. For example. So, we have a little mooch on the centering. Silale. And we go Silale. Oh, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. It looks worse than it is. No, it's still 60. Okay, so this card sells from anything from £20 to £25 usually. However, if you manage to get this in a 10, okay, let's do PSA as that is the value one. £100 in a 10. So if you manage to get this for up to 20 quid, the centering is all in parameters there of a 10. Condition on the card looks pretty good. What's the back like? I can't see any scratching on it. So that to me has real opportunity, that card. Let's see if anyone's done any extra bids on these cards. No, nothing yet. Nothing yet on that one, guys. How's everyone doing, by the way? Who here is bidding on any of these? If you're in the chat and you're bidding on any of these cards, let me know. We're going to have a good review on the prices afterwards. We're going to go through these. We're going to see what they sold for on eBay. Because this is an opportunity here, guys, to be able to... One, you can sell your cards in here if you want. There's no seller fees right now. So if you've got some cards that you... I believe the minimum value of the card is around £20 that they want to try and sell on here. But if you've got some stuff going cheap, like, is this really going to go for that price? Is this going for £12? I said I didn't want to buy this, but I tell you what, is that going for 12 quid? Is that actually going to go for that? Where's that Rumble? 93 on the Rumble. That's just jumped up. Some of these Rumble cards have gone so cheap. Oh, wait. Look, bids are flying in. We can see them coming down. Look, the bids are coming in now. They are flying up. The bid notifications. Look at that. They're not updating on here, though, are they? Oh. Okay, so is that it? Did that go for £12? One bid at £12 on the gold Charizard. See, now that went very cheap, to be fair. Someone got that for a very good price. It's entering maybe a slight points corner on that one. Okay, let's have a little review. We won't do the prices and view them just yet. We'll work our way through some of the auctions. I'm going to refresh it a little bit. Oh. I might be an error here that I can't see the solds on these cards. That's my Charizard. You're making me gutted now and not sending... Oh, yeah. You won the Japanese Mew. Nice, Kelvin. What'd you get it for? So we got a couple more that have just been extended. A couple have been extended on here as well. We're learning a few things about the site as we go as well. There are changes they're constantly looking to make and stuff to improve it for the buyer, for the seller. 48, that's very good. Let's have a look. Mew EX. I realise now that with the cards ending, I don't know if, guys, if any of you are watching can send me a link to see the solds on these. I realise the stream might be quite short now. If I can't see the cards once they've sold. Because I know there was an option to do it, but they took it away for a while. This Rumble Mew, I'm interested. AK. Mew Rumble, and it's number 10 of 16. Let's have a look at what this card normally goes for. Okay. Well, okay, I'm telling you right here, right now, guys, that Rumble card has beaten last solds on eBay by double. Last solds on eBay are nowhere near that. Of course, the condition on this, you can see, is extremely clean here. It's very, very clean. Basically, the card that has a very high possibility of a 10. Look at that. It's a very sick card. This does look very good. You know, maybe that corner. There is a look. There's a chip of whitening in that corner. Is that enough to knock it down to a 9? Is that potentially enough to knock it down to a 9 there? The rest of it is very good. But maybe just that. That might be something that you can use a cloth just to wipe across, maybe. How's the front of this card? Look, I don't think that might be a... I think that might just need to wipe off. There might be a bit of dust that's falling onto the card. But that... This is a sick card. This is very cool. I'm just going to check, by the way. I've just got... No, you got the Mew. Yeah, what did you get? You paid for it. I'm going to look the Mew up in a sec. But it's just because I can't actually currently see the sold cards. Because they've ended. Because now I'm only seeing the stuff that's up for buy now. So, yes. I've lost a lot of the cards that were up. But we've got 22. I'm going to try and find them, guys. Because obviously we were going to be reviewing the cards once they'd actually sold. So let me... I've got my Pokemon Center bookings on there. Let me see if I can find it. Aha. No. Okay. I haven't had anything sent through to me just yet to review these prices. So we're just going to have to wait a minute. I definitely want to review them to see how we've done. Who here? I know if you were on the wish list, you can see them when they are... Oh. Well. Maybe that's something... Let me, hold on one sec. Let me log in. Let me see, does that work? Am I in? I believe, yes, I am. Okay. Let me add these ones to my wish list. So I've logged in. Who here won cards then? Who here actually won some? We're going to add all of these because they're going to be ending. So at least we got these to be able to review. You know. Japanese Mew was mine. Enjoy. Oh, was it? Lightyear Productions. That was yours. Okay, so let's check that out. So that was Mew EX. What's the card number on the Japanese Mew, by the way, guys? Does anyone remember off the top of their head? Let's review that card right now. Okay, 205. 205. Buy it now. So if you buy that card directly from Japan, it's about 50 quid. So actually, to be fair, you've done about market on that, which is very good. Sales history page will be available later this week, guys. Okay, so oh, there we go. We got some cards that have ended. Here we go. Perfect. Let's have a look on our wish list, shall we? Okay, here we go. Sold. The Rumble sold for that. I really can tell you now because I reviewed this card a minute ago, guys. Last sold in this card was about half this value. This actually went for more. And that's going to be purely down to the condition. So if you don't know about these cards, they actually came in like collection boxes. They weren't in booster packs or anything. So they were promo cards. They're renowned for just not being great condition. That one is fantastic condition. And you know that because you can really look at the card. And do you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm necessarily if you wanted me to, but let's the Mew Rumble. I'm going to show you, and we're going to have a look at a picture of one. Let's see if we can bring one up that's sold recently, and we'll compare the photos. There's a buyer's premium on everything too. That, yeah, of course, yeah. So here we go. We have a sold Mew. How did that go for that? Well, this just okay. So this is the look of this Mew, yeah, and we can see really high quality. As a comparison. This is a listing someone has done for this Mew. It's blurry. That card looks creased as well. And you can see all that in there. What the hell, man? Obviously, the picture quality is terrible in there as well. We've got another one here. Someone's wanting £100 for this, yeah? Can you see? You can't really...
Cameron Jones, what's up, brother?
Yo, we just got some subscribers. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cameron Jones. Thank you,
Lightyear Productions, what's up, brother?
Let's go. Thank you, guys. But you can't really 100% like... It looks kind of good, but the condition, you can't see it just as well, can you? I got to say, one of the big things that drew me to Ungraded was the way they photo their cards, I think, is incredible. It does you just can't compare, like looking at this card, especially if we go into it as well, the front and the back of the card like that, or it's like where is it? Here, one sec, guys. Where have I lost it? There it is. Hold on. Or that. Like, yeah. What do you guys make to this style of the photoing of the cards compared to, like, your standard one with the phone? A PSA9 last sold actually went for around 110. Yeah, so Adam, that card has done really well on here. And I think people can look at... What I like is you can take a gamble. You you're not taking a gamble on a card when you buy from here because of how well you can see it. Don't get me wrong, gambling, grading cards to an extent is a little bit of a gamble. It is, you know, what moves the grader in on the day and stuff like that. I feel like, especially when you use companies like PSA, there is very much like, why did I get 10? Why did I get 5? Blah, 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 blah. You know, we see that a lot, guys. But at least if you can see the card this well, it reduces the risk of the grade. Or you'd like to think, you know, like if this came back like a 5, after you've looked under here, let's say you graded it, obviously you're going to get it in hand and be able to look. But you won't really, you're not going to see anything you can't see on these pictures, right? And if it's got a 5, you'll be like, well, I don't know what the hell they're looking at if this got a 5. Because you can refer to these pictures as well of the card, can't you? You just don't like the top corner. No, but that's not enough to make it not, like, that's minimum 9, this card. Minimum 9. Probably the best images I've ever seen from an auction. They are hands down the best images you will see. The fact that you can move the card around and you see how the lighting, it's so clever. I think it's incredible. Let's have a look at some other stuff I think has ended now as well that I had in my watch. So let's double check it, shall we? Okay, here we go. We've got some other cards that have ended. Anyone who's in here, by the way, this is why it's so comfortable buying from one of the fixed price sections. Yes, Eon. Yeah, exactly. This is like very, very, very cool. There is a fixed price section, so you can buy cards that are just listed up. The lighting is ingenious. A lot of people miss stuff because of it. No idea what wizardry they did. It's like a black box with cameras and lights built in, and they place the card in it, and it just goes and takes camera like photos from thousands of angles, and it pieces it together to make that. So clever. I think it'll be something on the market one day that you can buy from them, but yeah, one day you will have a behind the scenes. Yes, let's do it. Yes, you spent 275. So when did that sell? When that was quite early on, wasn't it? That is actually a huge card. Have you sent that for grading, Eon? Did you grade your Blaziken? Did you grade it? Yeah. Sending it this week. Where are you sending it, can I ask? Where are you going for? It's a really sick card, that Blaziken. That card is just climbing. Some of the really cool alt arts are just going up and up and up. It's crazy that some alt arts are worth more than some gold stars. That's nuts to me. Yeah, man, if there's opportunities for black labels, you know. Let's have a look at how some of these other ones did. Okay, so this is just a Galarian Gallery. So not a massively crazy card. Condition on the card. Let's have a look. I'm actually going to go into it. I'll go into this card. So let's have a look. Okay. That's frozen on that side. Let me refresh. There we go. Look at that. You can see the tech. This is what's it. Look at the texture as well. You can see every single line on the card. Like if I zoom in as well, even more. Look at that. The depth that. Oh, for God's sake! I keep hitting something on the right hand. On the right side of my mouse here is a back button. For some reason, I keep hitting it. Let's go back into it. Okay, Nadia. You seem like a lovely lady. But we'll have to let you go, okay? Right. Bye, Nadia. Right, okay. Nadia, what do you think of the Mew that just went? Right. Okay, so I'm just looking at this and I can't see a great deal, if anything. It's good. Do you know what one of my things was, right? Is that people originally, before I started doing anything with Ungraded, when I was originally looking at the site, I was like, I wonder if people will actually send cards into this website that will be that clean because they don't want to grade. Like, I didn't know if people would send cards in. Mattculli, are you on the performance mode, Alvin? No, I'm on quality. Quality. To try and get the highest quality. And I think that's what it is. Why? I can change the performance. It does it. Just checking. Yeah. So, but I'll stick on. So, yeah, one of my things that I thought about when this site came up was like, will people actually sell cards in here that are potential 10? And people do. Not everyone wants to send their cards in for grading and go through the process. So as a buyer, there are opportunities 100% to buy cards on ungraded.com that are gradable. So there are opportunities to make money as a buyer. But on the flip side of that, as a seller, some cards are hitting a bit of a premium above and beyond what raw cards sell for on other platforms. So you are making more as well selling them raw. It 100% is happening. So let's have a look. Let's check out this. Okay, so we can see here, this has got chances for a PSA 10. So would you say as well, like part of me thought, well actually, should you compare the raw price of the card when you're buying these, or should you look at what the potential price is for a 10 and you should be buying it basing it off the price of a 10? You know, if you look at a card like this should get a 10. You grade this, it should get a 10. I can't see why it shouldn't. You know, there's not enough. The centering looks fine to me, but we can double check. It's all within 64. It's a really tough question. There's no right or wrong answer to that. The card you got was insane. Yeah, exactly. So we look at this. The centering looks great. So if we then want to compare that, and if I want to go and bring up, let's do my bit of research. So we're going to do Szechuani or Suicune V, and it's GG 38, right? So, I didn't spell that right. Okay, so this card actually sold for more than last sold on eBay. 14 to 20 pounds this card has been going for in what people say is near mint. Obviously, it's not 100% easy to tell. However, if we compare, in a PSA 10, this is an £80 card. That is well worth the £22. Well worth it. Yeah, that I really think there's opportunities here in these cards. I really think there is opportunities in these. When you say, feel free to look at mine if you like. I took a bigger gap. So which one was that? What did you go for? Sorry. What was the one you went for? Did you get the Ho-Oh? Was that you? Obviously, I can't see. Unfortunately, I can't see the card that you... You might need to put a link in here if I want to try and see like a card you're talking about. Issue is when you have places like PSA which changes based on grading, prices get weird. Opportunities, sure, absolutely. You can buy internationally from here, Adam. So you're in Ireland. I think you can buy from anywhere in the world from here. Send the link to winners at. Send the link to my email. Winners, WINNERS at Mattculli.co.uk. Winners at Mattculli.co.uk. Email it to me, buddy. Okay. No, you're right. You were right, Adam. Sorry, yeah, as Ungraded said, I thought people had bought internationally, but yes. What else? So this Charizard went for 19. I'm interested to look at this one. This Ho-Oh, to be fair with you. So this is near mint or better. This is quite a big card. Let's take a look. Okay. Can't see a great deal wrong with this card. I know Ireland is so... Oh, wait. Okay, I have noticed something in this card. Okay, look. You would not really see this elsewhere, I don't think. But there you go, look. Some little hairline scratches in the hollow. And I saw a slightly big one. Look, under the neck, we've got some as well. We've got some around here. Some up here in the hollow. So there are, when it comes to the actual edging and silvering... I don't think there's any silvering around the edge by the looks of it. It looks really clean. Might be a little bit there. Look, there we go. Look at that. That detail's insane. You see everything. So this to me is looking like an 8 at best, right? 8 at best on this card so far. Let's have a look at the other side. Catch my, yeah. So this one was an 8 at best. It went for 117. Place the number in the URL. Ah, okay. The detail's crazy. Hey, this is your card that you bought. You spent £275 on this card, yeah? So we have an actual like high-end buyer in here, someone that paid a lot of money for a card, okay? It does look good, buddy. It does look very good. Look at these guys. It's crazy detail. It's crazy. Look at the texture. So you spent $275 on this card, yeah? That is minty. That is minty. Let's have a look what this goes for then, shall we? Blaz. It can VMAX 201. I think if you've got some decent raw cards, guys, selling them on this website is definitely a very, very, very good option. So raw, this card sells for anything from, okay, America's different. Last sold 206. Whereas if you manage to get this in a 10, you are adding £100 in value to what you paid for it. I would say you definitely worth it. See, this is where it's interesting, and this is what Ungraded said as well. One of their things is they wonder whether they'll start to make a new price point on cards of raw value between raw and graded value. That was a fixed price listing. Ah, okay, fixed price. Yeah, okay. Well, fixed price, 275. Okay. I would say... I feel like there's a lack of risk buying a card that high end off a web. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there is a real... Do you guys understand what I mean there, where I say there's like a lack of risk? I want to see what you guys think. Yeah, I do think the market will change a bit. Yeah, that's it. You get missed. If you buy... So, like... Oh, look at that. Eon just saying how good the service was as well. That is awesome. I think there's just a different level of trust when buying a card then from a website like this. Just looking, you can see everything. Nothing is hidden. There's no, oh, I'll photo it at this angle so you can't see this scratch. This is, you can see absolutely any defect in the card you want. Let's go back to some of the ones that ended though. Let's have a, we didn't have a look at this properly to see some of the last souls to do some comparisons. So let's have a look. Ho-Oh. And it is number 7 of 64. Now, to give you an idea, if this had got a 10, over £600 in a 10 on that card, over £600. This clearly isn't. I was saying it's an 8 at best. We obviously had a look because you could see by looking at the card. Like, if you saw that picture on eBay like that, right, just like that, you go, that looks really clean. The fact is, you can move this around and you can look at that hollow reflect. Look at the way it reflects. It's so sick. But you can actually even zoom in and look. All of a sudden, bam, scratches in the hollow, and you can see that. And up here, look, chip in that corner. And I think it was on the back we found a couple of defects in the card. So you know straight away when you are buying that card, that's not a 10. You know that is no way going to get a 10, right? Let me know if there are any specific cards you want to look at. I want to look at the Rumble cards that have ended. So impressed. Yeah, it looks absolutely awesome. And I think obviously by the way, as the weeks go on, we will refine this live stream. It might be that we start a little bit earlier next time rather than starting half an hour before, so we get some more time to review some of the cards before they come to end rather than doing afterwards. I think we should review prior. Do you know what I mean? What did the Venusaur go for? We're going to get the Rumble details through now. The Rumble Venusaur, yeah? So, I do want to check. So, this Ho-Oh, but raw. Let's have a look. 100. That's in America. Why am I seeing so many international sales? Like, why is my dress... Is my dress not set to the UK or something? Yeah, it's .co.uk. What the hell? 85. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at one that sold for 100, over £100. Oh, first edition. Mad Mark, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. How are we? Celebi Alt Art, very nice, yes. So yeah, Mark, as you're just joining, yeah, we're just reviewing through some of the cards that sold on Ungraded and just seeing sort of how they got on with like prices and stuff. And like, we're just looking at some of the condition. Like, for example, we're looking at this Ho-Oh here, and obviously what it is with this site is they photo them in a box so that you can actually see the card from all the angles, and you can see like, look, all the, you know, like on a lot of sites, if you saw a card like that, someone took the right photo, you go, man, that's clean. But look, little chip in that corner there, and then the hairline scratches, you know that's not a 10, you know. Have you looked at the Mew Gold Star yet? The Mew's not ended. The Mew ends next week. The Mew ends on Sunday. It's a really nice highlight though. It's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, so we're only looking at the ones that are ending this week. Well, that didn't format well. Oh my god. Alright, okay, yeah. I wonder if I can. It's alright, I can copy and paste it into some notes. One sec. And then I can... There we go. Right, okay. Right. I got you, buddy. I'm just putting in notes and then just adding the... There, sweet. Got them. Got them all. Sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ungraded, for sending all those through. Okay. Long and short of it, this card, people have paid around about the same, but for the card that looks in slightly worse condition than this card. I think you're going to get about PSA 8 for this, which does add a bit of price, which does add a little bit of value. Let's have a look at a couple more. So we already did the Mew. The Mewtwo ended as well. That was 283. Oh. Now, condition-wise, £67. Okay, 67. This looks good. Look at the hollow pattern. It has like little cubes, little pixels on the hollow. And this is good. I love the logo on Rumble. Rumble logo, sick. Okay. Now the back. Now this is interesting. So this is, I think that might be some where it's come out of the packaging that it's held in. So you have got a little bit of whitening showing through there, a little roll in that corner. So not a 10 this card. Look, all the corners got a slight roll. Maybe a 9 at best on this card. I just got 2 huge cards back from PSA on Friday. Was doing backflips. Nice. Nice. So I would say this card is around a 9 maybe at best. But let's see some price comparisons. Sold for 67. Let's have a look what this would have sold for. Mewtwo, Rumble, 9 of 16. Sold on this card. In a 9, this card goes for about 90 quid. In a 9, it looks like. Well, that was the last sold on this. 50s, 40s, 70s. So this did about a good, pretty much on market. I'd rather pay a bit of a premium going forward buying singles. I'm looking for this level of transparency than that rebate. That is exactly what. These are without the buyer fees, yeah. So there are fees for the buyers on top. What do you guys reckon? Actually, as you're here, do you think that when you bid or buy a card, for example, you see that price is 67. I don't know if it's possible, but to me, I would quite like to see buyer's fees, maybe in brackets underneath, what the potential buyer fee is at the price it's at. You know what I mean? I feel like it'd be something that'd be quite interesting to see. Yeah? It tells you when you place the bid. Yeah, okay, cool. Yes. Okay, so anyway, looking at this though, this is actually, yeah, this is a pretty good price to be fair on this one as well. I like to say, to be fair, the condition's pretty good on this card, but it's not a 10. It isn't a 10, I can see that from a couple of marks, but it's looking pretty good. Let's have a look at some other ones. We've got the Gyarados. This is a really cool. I like the Gyarados. 286. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Here's the Gyarados. It's so cool. There's a Starmie in the background. This doesn't look bad. I think you can see by eye, really, with the centering on these. They all look pretty good anyway. But the question is, I don't think this is actually a holo, is it? It's only that that's hollow. So the card itself is non-hollow? Yeah. It's looking pretty good. Gary is my favourite thing. Yeah, it's up. Let's have a look at this, yeah? Gyarados. 6/16. Rumble. What grade do we think on this? I think this had a shot of a 9, I would say. This looks like a shot at a 9 at least. And a 9 last sold for anything between around about 120 quid on a 9. Or 110, let's say, on a 9 here. Only 3 holos, yeah. Yeah, this is like around about a 9. That logo just looks so sick. This got 36. This was a very, very, very good punt from the buyer here, I have to say. This one has got some good potential in the card. Raw value on this card has got highs of 50, but they're all best offer accepted, so it's really hard to tell. 48. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Would love to see an app gave you the suggested grade based on AI. They do remind you, yes, they are like Snap cards. They are very similar, yeah. So that's doing pretty nice as well. Let's have a look as well. I think we got... I tell you what, let's do the Venusaur now. I know you wanted to look at the Venusaur, Alan. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that Venusaur. This is a holo. Look at the Dratini in the background as well. It's very cool. These are actually pictures straight from the game, if I'm not mistaken. Let's refresh that. Oh. Oh, there we go. And they're both loaded now. And it's looking pretty good. How's that centering? That might be the only thing. That's a slight issue on this card. Oh, right on 60-40 top to bottom. It would be tight. A harsh grader on the day could not give that. I don't get why AI isn't used for grading. It removes the subjective nature and what should be science and not opinion. Yeah, true. That is very true. Yeah, 26 does feel cheap on this card. I wonder if that's centering. And to be fair, actually, let's have a look on the back. A little bit of rolling, it looks like, on this top edge here. Do you see that? Touch of rolling. I think this card would actually not be... For me, when I would buy this, I'd be guessing if I bought this card. Because this is the thing here. You can't... I feel like with this site, you can really make an educated guess of what sort of grade you could potentially get for a card. So if you are buying, you could go, right, what do we think? You can really look at it. It's as if you've got the card in hand, right? And you make those educated guesses on what you think it's going to be. And that can help you determine the price you decide to pay on a card. You know, if you look at the card and you go, do you know what, that's a real good chance for 10. You can go, okay, I will pay a premium for this. I will go above and beyond what potential last solds are. Because I know, let's say the card's been considered for 100, a 10 sells for 300. I know I could go up to 150, 200 pounds just to make sure I've got a good chance. Let me just look at some of these comments. I think a 9, mate. I don't think you get a 9S. I personally think this card would be something like a... 7. I think you get 7 on this. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8 at best. And if we bear that in mind when we're looking at this card, I do want to read a comment that Ungraded have just said as well. I'm sure I have cards downgraded as pop. It's all, yeah, you can get stuff like that, I swear. If anyone interested, we are keeping a library of images for tagging. It's a long-term inspiration to have some sort of AI-based assessment. That's very cool. That's very cool. Is rolling that harsh? Well, it's the centering. I don't think that, even though that says 60-40, to me, it's too close to the line. I think it'd lose a mark for grading. Like, if I make it slightly shorter, so I can really find a... Yeah, 62-38 if I really make this a lot, yeah. 63-37, see the centering, you've got that bit of rolling up there as well, and the also it's like, it's not so much a rolling, but you can see how that corner has got like a jagged point, so it doesn't perfectly curve, it's got almost a point, so that the corners could be marked down as well. I think that I would if I was buying this card, I wouldn't expect more than that. If I got more than 8, fantastic. But if I was buying, I would be looking at like, oh, I'm going to get an 8 at best. You can zoom in for the centering too. What? Oh wait. Yeah, but it's almost like you don't want to, you just pick a point, don't you, like that. You can't move around though once you've, you got to like zoom out and then hold your mouse somewhere else and zoom back in, right? But we can go real. That's crazy. I love this. It's got to be one of the best centering tools I've ever used. Right, how do I come on? Back to the bottom of the card, please. I'll refresh. Okay, that works. Alright. Just for reference, when PSA grade your card, they take about 12 to 15 seconds to grade a card. So are they going to go that detail about the centering? They're going to chuck something over it roughly and go, no, yeah, no. Holy crap, right click and drag. You are so right. would love you have a look at the Fossil First Edition Articuno, see what you think. E1. Yeah, Dan, we can have a look at that. So is that one that's sold the first edition, or is it one that's coming up to sell? Yeah, so like, as you can see, it's not. Yeah, I think. Let's have a look at this card anyway. Venusaur, 1 of 16 Rumble. Coming up, mate. Okay, yeah, we can have a look at that in a minute, buddy. Premier auction for next week. We can preview the Premier auctions coming, for sure. We'll go on to preview them shortly. I just want to look at some of the cards that have sold first. And then let's go and preview some cards. And let's give you... I'll give you some grade assessments of where I think some cards will go. How about that? Do you want me to do that? That could be a really cool concept. Like, maybe that's one of the ways to do it. We're trying to build these streams. What do you think, to you guys, would benefit you the most from streams like this? When we stream what's coming, do you think it's reviewing what's sold, or is it reviewing what's going, what's coming? Because that could be... What do you think? Oh, actually, question for everyone. With all the contrary lately with PSAs... No, PSA won't lose top dog, no. I should definitely, yeah. Short review of solds and then recap what's coming up. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We're trying to get an idea. I think any feedback about the stream and everything and how it should be structured would be awesome as well, guys. So you know, I'll definitely take some feedback towards the end. Just drop some comments of some ways we can structure. I'll make some notes and we'll look to implement some of those for the next stream, which is coming next week, where we got a lot of Premier Auctions ending. So yeah, definitely look out for that one. We'll try and do it now. But anyway, let's have a look at this one that's ended. I do like the thought of previewing the cards. I like that. A quick review over some of the stuff that's sold. Maybe I don't need to do the centering and stuff for these. Maybe we just look more at the sold prices. We'll look more at potential grades of cards that are going to sell. Anyway, looking at this, guys, £62 one of these last sold. That went... That one did go cheap. That was a good buy. I wonder whether this rolling on this top, whether it has put someone off a little bit. And it has brought the bidding down, because you can see it's almost like it's rolling. So that's edge and corners that it's going to lose out for. If yes. Yeah, cool. Okay, guys. No, very much appreciate it. Yeah, we'll hopefully build these streams. Obviously, it's a new segment for me going live Monday. But normally this will be Sunday night, guys, okay? I will normally go live on a Sunday. Okay, right, okay. So, let's have a couple of looks, but I think I want to start previewing. Let's have a look at one more card that's sold, I think. Let's check what I had in here and what we haven't looked at. So we've got... Let's have a look at my boy Zard, I reckon, actually. Let's have a look at this bad boy. I love my Zards. This used to be a crazy valuable card. I think giving it a quick look over... I think condition wise, I think that looks good. Like, opportunity of 10, definitely an opportunity of 10 on this card. It's so expensive, Badger and I know this card used to be crazy money. Darkness Ablaze, baby. Darkness Ablaze. 2-0. iPhone 189. There were no arts in this set. This was the chase card. Right. Charizard VMAX 20 over 189. What's it not doing it? Let's have a look. Okay. 19. The buyer got a good price. In a 10, this is a £90 card in a 10. Oh, well, you got a couple of lower. Okay, anything from about 80 to £90 if you get this in a 10. That is a good buy. That is a fantastic buy from someone. I think this has got a very good possibility of a PSA 10 if you were to grade it. So, great buy to whoever bought that. Did someone here buy that one? I don't know. Right. Okay, guys. So there's a quick the ones that sold. From next week, we'll be able to recap them slightly easier because there will be a sold filter. For me personally, your experience is your USP. Learning from you is what makes me watch your vids. Anything where your skill set highlight the benefits. Oh, okay, yeah, awesome. No, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that, buddy. I honestly think, as a buyer, I think that there is... What I like is, and I bought a card from here as well, is the card I bought on the... What it looked like on the site is exactly the card that turned up. Every little minute defect and detail was there. Nothing was a surprise. I didn't tilt the card and go, oh, there's a creep. That's the benefit of buying from here. I obviously do a lot of selling on another platform as well. which I do, and that's a lot more breaks and stuff like that, and slab sales. But like for raw card, like I really get this. The removal of the risk, 100%, 100%. Okay, so let's go back in anyway and have a little look at some of the stuff that's ending. Let's have a look at some of the Premier auctions. Okay. So these will be ending on Sunday. We've got 4 Premier auctions, yeah? Was this what you guys wanted to have a look at, yeah? The Premier auctions, okay? So let's look at all 4 of these. Let's go first with the Articuno. That Mew is going to be crazy, yes. Reduction, removal, reduction, yeah. Okay, so Articuno. Let's have a look. So first up, let's do centering and see how we think this will go. So let's reduce the size a little bit just to make it a bit clean. Okay, that's 1. Go up a bit. Yup. Oh yeah, that's it. Quite nice, I reckon. Boom, there we go. And boom. All looking good centering wise so far, guys. Looking very good centering wise. Like I say, some people do. There are very good cards that go up for sale here, raw, with really, really good investment opportunities. That's where I look at a lot of the cards in here, guys. I look at a lot of the cards here for investment opportunities, or to add cards to my collection that I know will get 10s. I want 10s in my collections. I'm at 151. How did I not end up at the same as you? We can move this to make sure we find like a different spot, maybe. I don't know. I would say I'm pretty spot on there. Heads up, anyone going to LCS will be there, so come say hi. That's it, guys. Okay, so if we look at this, there we go. Centering wise, you're pretty spot on there, okay? So you're going to be pretty good with centering. What about the actual condition of the card? So there is some silvering. Also, it looks like this card could do with a clean. You'd be surprised what a clean would do. For example, if you buy anything like high-end and it's going for grading, and then like LCS, third down collectibles will be there, and they will clean your card for you, prep it for grading. And they don't use anything on the card that adds like a surface. It doesn't add anything. It's like it's just a clean, it's just a prep, so it won't affect the grade at all. I know there are some things you get that fill holes. I think they're starting to get picked out by grading companies, but yeah. But yes, definitely could do with a clean, and I am seeing what looks to be. Let's angle the card. Yeah, there you go. There's a big. There's something up there in the top as well. Let's have a look at the back. Touch whitening. Is that whitening or is that the light? I don't think that's not whitening down that edge, by the way. That's more just like a light catching the edge of the card, I would say, rather than whitening. Whitening would be more like that's just a touch, but that's more like fluff on the edge, you know, like the cut edge of the card. It's not bad, guys. It is not bad, this card. But my guess on this would be, let's have a look at its holo actually. I didn't really look to see if there's many. So we got a little, is that a scratch or a print line? I think that could be a slight scratch. You know what? That's probably a scratch from putting in a sleeve as well. Like a more firmer sleeve someone's done at some point, I reckon. It's not bad in that holo though, is it? The surface, it's mainly going to be the surface on the front. The back, on the other hand, looks pretty damn good, to be fair. I can't see too much dirt. I'm going, as a prediction on a grade, I think an 8. Yeah, I think an 8 would be what I would estimate to go on this card. This currently is at £100. Should we do a little review on what a PSA 8 sells for? Articuno, first edition, 2 of 62. What does it sell for in an 8? Wow. Okay. This has beat PSA 8 values. So there are people bidding on this that think it must get more. For me, that's about an 8. That's selling for a very good price. A very good price. Wow. Let's just check what 9 would go for in this card. Okay. Wow, okay. So I can see people are taking the risk, right? This is going over £200 if you do get a 9 on this card. Over £200 if you get a 9. But if it's an 8, it's around the £100 mark if you get an 8. So people must be risking this for a 9. If you get a 9 on this, you're great on that, okay? Interesting, okay. My honest opinion, I'm going 8. That's what I would go here. Let's have a look at the Rumble Pikachu. Where do we think... No. Where do we reckon this could be price-wise then, guy? Or grade-wise? First ed, I thought it would be much more... No. No, I'm literally looking at sold data right now for the first... Oh, sorry, excuse me. So, Rumble Pikachu. Look at the magic cards in it as well. Right. Let's do these centering first. Who's doing these along with me as well, by the way? Centering does look good so far. Let's do the other green. Oh. That is off more than you would think, I would say. Have I not got that right? Quite right. No, it's about right. Thanks for looking at the Articuno. My Moltres is on the way to it. No worries, Dan. I'm sold on the app. It's so good, right? Well, it's a website, not an app, but yeah. So it all falls within 40-60. Do you know what? It doesn't... To eye, that looks a lot closer. That's crazy. It looks closer by eye. Wow, okay. Anyway, I'm seeing something on the back of the card straight away. Up here, this little dot up here in the corner, right? Maybe since the whole card is yellow, it's a trick of the eye, yeah. It's not really, though. It's still within 40-60, which is what a lot of grading companies do as the centering, you know. So you can still get 10 for centering at 40-60. Or 55, 55, 45. Yeah. Let's have a little look, though. See what the hollow looks like. And nothing is screaming to me. It's still got a chance for 10 as it stands right now. I haven't really seen anything to say otherwise. That's not bad. No, that's about normal for a Pokemon card. Okay, front looks good. Front looks very good. I can't see anything wrong really on the front of the card. You can also do that just to double check. But no, let's have a look at the back though, because I feel like there is something. See, look, all of a sudden you lose it and then bam, you catch it right there. You've got this little mark. Now, is that a little dent? Little 2 dents just there. You see that? It's very, very good for buyers, but if you're... Are we set... Well, okay, let's put it this way, for both, yeah. Because if your card is clean and you list it, people pay above the odds to get that card. It's been shown with other cards. People have gone and paid more because they know how clean it is and the potential of the grade they could get. Does that make sense? If you are sending in battered cards to sell, your every little defect, no, you're probably not going to do amazingly well. However, if your card is clean, yeah. What do you reckon? What do you think, Lido? You asked the question. What do you think? Let's see. But yeah, I'm just looking at that and trying to work out if that looks to me. Let's try a couple of angles. So yeah, see, that's 2 little dents in the card. Now, I've seen it, so I'm going to take that into account, and I'm going to knock it down to a 9 at my best. I think this is 9 at best. Could it get a 10? Look, there's a little bit. Look, see that? Scratch of whitening there. Just running in the bottom. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got 10s that have got this mark, that marks like this on it. I have 10s with marks like that. But I'm going to 9. Let's see what sort of value a PSA 9 would get on this card. PSA 9. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like PSA, guys. I've said this all along, but they are the standard bearer when it comes to adding value. So we review on that, okay? Pikachu Rumble 7 over 16. Oh. Okay. Right. There are some extremes when this card comes to its values, okay? There are extremes, and it looks like... I can't really see... I've got one sold over £300 in a 9. However, let's see what people are asking. People want over £350 for this card in a 9. Yeah. People are asking over 100. Yeah, okay. If you get... If this gets a 10, there is only one person asking to sell one. They want 2.2k. That's crazy. Yeah. So this definitely is a very, very, very good card. And I would say this has got a very realistic shot at a 9 minimum. So you would be wanting to pay anything up to 150, 200 pounds this card if you really wanted, and then you were going to grade it, you know. Because you could also look at it as like this. If you don't want to grade the card to sell, but you want it for your collection, if you pay more on the chance that this could get that 9 as well, do you know what I mean? So, okay, so that's really nice. We like that as well. Let's have a look at what else is ending. The Gold Star... I tell you what, we'll do the Gold Star Mew last. Let's do this one first. So this is the Pikachu in here as well. Look, always looks so weird that she looks like she's walking that way and that's her back, but she's turning back over her shoulder, isn't she? Like that, holding Pikachu. So this should be very good condition-wise. Now, my only thing might be, on the top of my head, looking at this, the centering might be touch off. Is it enough to warrant it going down a grade? I doubt it, but we will check. Yeah, it was. It did look it to be by. It did look a little bit off center. Right. It's all just within parameter. The top to bottom is looking great. Yeah, Ungraded needs to become the household name for Ungraded Raw cards ASAP. Glad to be one of the first to test though. Yes. Oh yeah, this is a thing. Personal favourite of mine. Oh, we really like this card as well. So condition wise though, let's have a little reset. Centering looks pretty good. There's going to be, luckily, not being a hollow, scratching on this card is very, very limited. To me, it looks great. To me, this is a very... Let's have a little just check first like that. That's quite a good way to do it. Now is that? What is that? Might need a little wipe just there. I don't. Or is that something that you get in the card? Yeah, that's definitely not something. Maybe starting fixed price for now. The day Ungraded has thousands of listings in a day, and I'll be smiling all the way to the back. Yeah. So here we go, and then we've got this one here, the back. Even despite that, which might be something that just wipes off, it might just be part of the card. Look at this, you can even see like the ink dots and stuff. This is a very good chance for 10. This has a great chance of a 10. It has 0 bids on it right now. Let's see what a card like this actually sells for, shall we? Well. Okay. Okay. People want over £200 for this card raw anyway, okay? Now let's actually look at solds, okay? Yeah, this is well overpriced, guys. Don't bid on this card or anything. I'm just not gonna... Okay. Last solds on this card, 280 quid. 280 on this last sold, guys, okay? And the price of this card in a 10, 360 quid in a 10. This has a very, very high possibility of a 10. Take that and do as you will. Okay, what are the people saying anyway? For anyone looking to sell, we have starting prices and fixed prices, so you can always be conservative. We aren't charging storage fees for 2024. Fixed optimistic price for a week, then auction for highish starting price a week after, and then lower from there if it remains unsold. Why is the 10 and raw so close? I believe because the pop report on a 10, this is a card that consistently gets 10s. This card gets 9s and 10s all day. I think if you were to look at the pop report, there'd be a lot of 10s. That's why the 10 doesn't have huge value. See what I mean? You could try... No, what I would say, we've looked at centering. This wouldn't get a black label, though. This wouldn't be a Beckett black label contender. This would be a PSA 10 contender. Anyway, I'm saying, yeah, this has got a good chance for 10. Let's look at the final card for today, guys. We're going to be ending after this. We are going to be looking at that Gold Star Mew. Okay, if you have a card for sale for 2 weeks and you change it from fixed auction, yeah. I really just like the only black label thing. What? That's your reward? Yeah, I like that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this Mew Gold Star is looking like. Now, this is interesting, okay? So, that line that you can see down there is on so many EX era reverse hollows. It's so common. I had the Gold Star Gyarados, it had it on it. It's still got a 9. Cards can still get 10s with that line because it's like a manufacturing, it's part of the hollow sheet. It's not damage. It's so weird that it does it. Can you see how it goes down? It's very weird. It's not actually damage on the card. Oh yeah, of course it can be manipulated. Yeah. But let's have a look anyway. Let's see what the conditions are looking like on this card. Let's get rid of that for a minute. Okay, so I can see a couple of things to take a closer look at. Yeah, that line is frustrating, but that I don't want to let that affect me too much when it comes to the grading on this card. So look here. That. I think that could be dirt, you know. I think that might clean off. It looks more like dirt to me than anything. See? What do you reckon? Oh yeah, look at it like that. Just catch it in the right light. We've got a bogey on our hands. Right, okay. It does look like a potential chance of an 8. Let's check out the centering on the card. Let's do that next. Then we'll start looking at some market values on this as well. And potential prices of it if you were to get it. I want to know, when we come around next week, guys, that some of you guys in the chat have bought some of these cards. And I want to know if people start grading them and how close we can get. Because I think it would be quite a cool challenge as we do this moving forward. So we're in this for potentially up to 3 months of doing some streams here with Ungraded. There'll be some slight breaks, unfortunately, where I'm not around. I'm going to work. I've just seen something there, look. A little something there. Little something there as well, look. On the card. So maybe... Oh no, that's cool. It saved it. Nice. Well, review. You're probably good on centering. Okay, so it looks like you're good on centering. So far I'm knocking it down to a minimum of a 9 from the front. Let's have a look at the back. So look. Aha. Slight edge defect up here, whether that looks like, it looks to me like a roll. Looks pretty good straight on, but that there is a slight roll. Tiny speck in the middle. If anyone, whoever sold it, yeah, nice. You want some more first edition fossil hollows going up? Yeah, if they're in that condition, lovely. We are looking on such granular detail with these cards. There we got a tiny dot of whitening down in this bottom corner, just there. As you can see, guys. Currently a 720 on this. So this isn't a 10 for me. This isn't a 10. My conservative estimate would be an 8. This would be an 8. So let's have a look what an 8 goes on this, okay? Gold Star Mew 101. Well, okay. This card is actually doing incredibly well. So, if we were to look at 9s, this card in a 9... championship one. In a 9, this is a 1.3 to 1.5 foul. This, anything from £1,200 to £1,300 to £1,400 in value. It's a £1,300 to £1,400 card in a 9. If you manage to get a 9 on this card, there's a couple of things that made me go. I would be more looking at, if I graded this, I'd be saying if I get a 9, great. For me, I'd be looking at an estimate of an 8. In that case, it does drop under £1,000 in an 8. Saying that, we have one that sold for 1.1 in an 8. One that sold for 760 in an 8. Is that English? Yeah, it's English. 800. This is not far off low-end PSA 8 pricing already on this card at the value it's being paid. So people will be hoping on a 9. However, people are asking price. People want over £1,000 now for this in an 8. So, you know, because I think something you got to bear in mind when you look at cards is when you look to buy them, sold prices is normally what you gauge stuff off. However, if it's not an abundantly readily available card, like if you go, well, that sold for £800, but then if you look at the ones for sale and the cheapest one for sale was £1,000, the market shifted, right? You got to kind of, I think you got to bear that in mind. Remember, it's like if there isn't one available for the price you think you should be worth, then you are not going to, one, maybe not going to buy it. But two, it's like, has the market shifted? But I think that you are looking at an 8 on this card, minimum, a 9 at a push. That top edge, does that knock that down? What do they give the edge on this card? Maybe the edge ends up with an 8. Maybe the surface gets a 9. Centering gets a 10. Maybe you are pushing towards that 9. If you are and you pay anything up to like £800-900 for this card, you're doing very, very well. There we go. Yeah. Right, guys, there we go. Anyway, that is our review into Ungraded for today, looking at some of the cards that have sold. Also looking at some of the Premier auctions ending next Sunday. So I will be back again doing this exact same stream. We will work on the format. I've taken some input on board in the way we'll look to try and structure it. But we will start again at 8:30 Sunday evening, and we will look to go through and finish at around 10, between 10 and half 10. We will review cards that have sold. We will have a quick look at some of the ones going to end. We'll look at them once they end to look at some of the prices, and then we'll focus on some of the cards coming up, where we think the grades, what sort of value they would have once they're graded, and we'll look to move on from there. Hopefully we can like to build a good audience and a good community around these live streams. Hopefully a bunch of you start getting involved buying the cards. We can then start seeing people's grade reveals, how close do we get, blah blah blah. I think it could be really, really exciting as we move forward through the months, and hopefully we do this for long enough that you guys can get involved. Massive shout out to Ungraded for sponsoring the video and having me involved and partnering me on these live streams and asking me to be part of this from day one as well. We are here from the start. This is their first week of official auctions. So excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to be heading off now. Appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, anything you want or any question you got, message me on Instagram as well, guys. Mattculli YT over on Instagram, so come and hit me up if you want to review anything. If you've got any cards that you bought that you want to just show me, message me, guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.